Ladies and gentlemen, this is Age of Mythology Retold. Chemo is gonna be in the blue color, playing as Set. And his opponent on the other side of the map, red color, Avely. Ra. Yeah. He's got his immediate monument to villagers. Now the big deal about Ra these days is that the monuments have this new perk, which I can't show you very easily in the spectator mode, but suffice to say, you empower it with the pharaoh, and everything in this radius gets empowered. So the town center, the granary, the monument itself, the mining camp in the future that's going here. Even the tower gets it. It's awesome. You could place the other 4 monuments here. They would all get it. You could have a ridiculous favor rate for a super long time. The map is watering hole, so lots of hunt around. And our Set player is going to be much more interested in just converting these animals. Set doesn't get any bonus like that. Like, you got the monument that will make barracks and Migdol units cheaper in its area, but nothing else. And if you empower it, there's really no difference. So I think Set loses out on that front, but obviously the animal conversion thing is a pretty big deal. And Set's unique upgrade, I think it's called Clairvoyance, makes it so that vision becomes free on reuse. It's epic. So you can have this, every now and then, this map hack, essentially. And if you want to reuse a shifting sense later on, you can do it as a surprise anytime. Wait for the enemy to come to you, pop a bunch of elephants and siege towers on them. I've seen Joey Bads do this to Chemo before, and Chemo just fell over and died. We got a bunch of new relics in Retold, of course, which is super cool. We got Oller's bow, giving ranged attack. Wait, this is range to range units. Avely hasn't found any. He's looking around with his priest as well, which is one more benefit that you get out of this monument situation. By the way, there's 2 monuments now, and like I said, you could put extra monuments here and just get them empowered. So instead of 0.1 favor per second, now they both get 0.12 per second. It's not the pharaoh's full empowerment rate, obviously, but it's better to empower 4 things with lower returns than to empower 1 thing with higher returns in this case. And Priest is still looking for stuff. There's nothing for him to empower, although there would be this temple. I think I would have liked him to come back. He found the 2nd gold mine already, he's the 2nd TC, a ton of hunt. This is good enough. There's still some hippos up front. I think Avely is still up for some interesting stuff. Now, zooming out a little bit to the strategic level, what I would expect in this game is some kind of 2 town center boom. I don't expect the 1 town center fast heroic, simply because the rush distance is far too great between these 2 bases. I mean, look at this. Look how far away that is. You're not going to run around that base and hope to do damage. The other guy has just too much time to prepare. Egyptians get free tower upgrades upon the classical advance. These houses protect those. You got a free myth unit, obviously. So no, town centers, yes. Booming economy, yes. Forward town center, maybe not. That seems a little iffy. They're so far out. I wouldn't expect it. Not for a long time. Anyways, it's gonna be Bast for our Ra player. I love it. So Sphinxes, they still do the tornado attack that they used to, right? But they're so much better at it. So first off, it lasts longer, it does more damage, as well as they're very microable. You can cancel it, you can stutter step with the Sphinxes. A little bit of animation canceling in there. A very responsive unit, so I highly recommend using that. And, you know, when you have 2 monuments empowered for such a long time, Pharaoh is staying there, by the way, you accumulate a lot of favor. Look at this. Ra has 49 favor upon the classical advance. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely bonkers. Versus 20 for Chemo. So from Avely, I'd expect additional Sphinxes as well. But you know what? Considering he's stockpiling so many resources, we could see a fast heroic from him. Completely acceptable as well. Maybe he's gonna be going segment. I don't expect... Oh! Chemo defying expectations and going for a forward TC. Reason being that his gold mine on the left side is just too far out. So the TC doesn't secure it. He grabs the front and hopes for the best. Sees the Sphinx, does a vision and is preparing for a shifting sands. What can he see? Oh! He just scouted the map. But Chemo, didn't you already see that? Wait, what? How did he see this? Did he have an animal around? Anyway, he's sending Avery back into the Stone Ages. I wish this tag didn't go over the fights all the time when it's getting interesting. So that's one villager killed, the priest is probably toast. And Avery is having to deal with some idle time on these villagers, they're not working. And that's not very good for capitalism overall. However, these set animals will make some good food. Just put another granary here and you're golden. Don't go to the pit, you can eat the hunt and get it empowered too. No, Avery, no. Oh man, he could have used the hunt. I guess he doesn't know that yet. Elephants for Chemo in the middle. And the Sphinx rating hasn't seemed to do much of a muchness, so... Chemo is in fact ahead in villagers, 29 to 24. How did that happen? Oh, it's because Avery is aging up. And also because he actually lost some. Did he get housed? There's no way. Somehow Chemo... Oh, he's up 2 TCs, of course. Just derping here. Alright, we're getting to see some little bit of Sphinx raiding, but this priest will deal with it. Just a little bit of healing required. It's essentially already taken care of. Wait, they're showing at full hit point bars because I'm watching from Avery's perspective. That's misleading, they were actually hurt, but the priest does heal them up. Chemo is looking for some more damage, but he's not gonna find any. As for Avery, he's gonna have to do something with his lower villager count and soon, so that is a segment advance, right? Yeah, Sobek? Okay, Sobek is no longer getting, it's former half-war, no longer gets the free rock whatsoever. So that's problematic. Now he's completely stuck in his base with no real ability to do anything. Obviously, that Sphinx out on the map could look for a juicy locust swarm, but Chemo has very well spread out villagers other than the gold miner, so that's the one target that Avery could hope for. Let's see if he can get it. If he can block their path and set off a locust swarm here, that could be ginormous. There's still a little bit of gold in the gold mine here, and the Sphinx is gonna go in to try and find that. Also, we got the Migdal Stronghold up here for Avery. He's gonna hunt out here. It's the real shame about these animals. So he's finally getting around to them. And Chemo is building up his front base. We're seeing the Sphinx do a little bit of work, but Chemo has split up his villagers. Very smart of him to do so. And now there's really no good target for Locust Swarm. So Avery is working with not too much here. One of the next steps he could be taking, however, is to go for a quicker Mythic Age. If he goes to the Mythic Age and gets Avengers, those Avengers do a whole lot of spinning when it comes to the time spent during Eclipse. The Eclipse God Power just makes them absolutely busted for the duration. They're pretty good without it too, but with it, more damage, faster, better recharge on the abilities, and I think it lasts longer too, the ability. Bonkers. Bonkers. You can raid very nicely with that for sure. And it does look to me like Avery is doing that. Just he's also spending a little bit of resources on some chariots. Which is fine. I wonder, would it be worth it to pick up these relics? I mean, especially this one. Villagers regenerating hit points. The staff of Dionysus got changed. Very nice. Harmonious necklace. Villagers gather faster. Great relic. Thundercloud shawl. Increases pierce armor of human soldiers. Meanwhile, we're getting the hunting equipment research, which is going to increase villager hit points to begin with. We've got Other's bow, which we talked about earlier. And here's Chemo's army. It's quite similar to that of Avely's, so nobody's going to be winning much of a muchness at all. But Chemo being up 2-1 TCs for so long, 53 villagers to 34, that's no longer acceptable. Horus is going to have to do... It's Osiris! Avely! What are you doing? This is all the wrong choices. I'm curious what he's doing with it. I'm kind of kidding there. You know, a mummy is actually pretty good because it can one-hit kill villagers, especially during Eclipse. You could turn this entire group of villagers into minions. And then you basically have Ancestors Eclipse at home from just the one cast. You find that, you're gonna have a pretty good time. Oh, the Locust Swarm going down on the villagers, but it's not that good. They literally stayed alive. What is going on here? While being shot at by chariots, why is... Dude, Sobek sucks. I don't care. Like, they butchered the rock. They nerfed Locust Swarm. Pistachios are what they used to be. Mercenaries decrease their hit points as they run out of their lifespan. Like, why the hell would anybody go Sobek? I don't understand. Just go Sekhmet. At least get Citadel out of it. Oh my god. South Osiris is pretty good, I'll admit. This Ancestors isn't gonna do anything. In fact, Eclipse Mummy is gonna do the work, as previously described. So that's good. But the Sobek part I don't understand. It's not doing anything. Look at all those minions! He's a necromancer! Oh, the chariots are toast! What the hell are we witnessing? Avely has Ancestors Eclipse at home. He just beats that entire army with essentially 2 units. The others didn't need to be there at all. Okay. Goodbye, chemo. Avely's once again gonna return to chemotherapy. I love it. Now, this South Osiris, by the way, is dealing divine damage, so that's a pretty big deal. It's irresistible. Just like you, dear viewer. Just like you. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Hey, where's the mummy? Avely! You forgot your Ancestors generator! Bruh. Where's the second mummy? He's making it now. Oh, that could have been so much better if he gets more minions. They'd be alive now. And all those chariots would be toast. Anyway. Tornado. Uh-oh. Yeah, that TC's toast, there's no way. Even if it was surrounded by barracks, it would just barely make it. It's not fortified. I don't think we have masons. Yeah, no, we don't. So very nice move by Chemo there, reducing Avely's economy, and all the villagers just barely make it. Wow. Okay. Some good stuff. Should be able to rebuild this quickly enough. Pharaoh will empower, of course. But yeah, there's this to deal with. Hello, you are out of position, sir. There's a mummy, but it can't insta-kill the Avenger. Bear that in mind. It's really good against human units, but not against these guys. Oh, there's a second shifting sands. There's a second shifting sands, ladies and gentlemen. That Pharaoh is essentially toast, just needs to focus it down with all these chariot archers. The Avenger is going after the villagers. No, it's not. It's dying to the Pharaoh first because Chemo was not microing this properly. Mummy will be taking down a bunch of these chariot archers at least. But Mummy itself is toast. Wait, there's more! He just insta-killed those chariots! Oh my god. They technically get cursed. It can be anything else killing them. They will still spawn the minions. But yeah, this TC is now half done. The villagers are toast. And Chemo is up 69, the blessed number, to 39 villagers. Very nice hold once again by Avely, but how long can he keep this up? I think Chemo just gets a third TC and he's pretty comfortable from there. All he needs to do is get a bunch of spearmen to deal with these camel riders, patrol them near the gold mines. He can certainly afford them. Both being Mythic Age, of course, you can do pretty much anything. Chemo's not reacting to this. He keeps pulling back the Avenger. Oh, it's in a patrol path. But it's just not going to the camels. Now it is, but it's too late. All the villagers are dead, buddy. Once again, Chemo is harassing this town center area. There was no empowerment on the villagers. The army is out of position. I'm not sure what Avery is trying to protect here. Sure, he's gonna run down these units. But, why is he making a catapult now? This is not the time. Now is the time when you hold all your army here and build that TC right back up. You gotta get villagers, otherwise they'll be dying, and Chemo is just going to 100 villagers or whatever the limit is now. You don't want that. There's a catapult showing up as well. Mummy's having a good old time. Okay, the camels need to come home, I'm thinking. Or they need to find something else that they can raid. But bear in mind, for every villager they kill, 2 more will take their place, most likely. Same spot. They will never see that coming. Those are champion camels, by the way. Very nice for Avery to get those going. But yeah, for Chemo, I mean, look. He's got his heavy camels, heavy chariots. He's not really behind in any way. Sure, it was rough for him to lose all those units, but Avery is completely boxed in into his main base. Chemo will take this happily. He's got other gold mines to mine from. It's all good. All these Migdals are affected by the discount, by the way. So Chemo gets the cheap units. Even Shaduf is on the way. Now that he feels the need to farm. Getting the forward TC. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of hunt on this map. So Chemo could technically just wall this off and keep going a little bit. Or a little bit for that matter. There's still all these water buffalo. He does not need farms. He wants to hunt, he can hunt. We're finally thinking about the second town center, but is it too late? His value generators are constantly on the wrong side of the map. Chemo does not care about this area, really. But you know what? There is a universe in which Avely can just turn this around by plowing down the middle. Look how many minions he's gonna get. The triple mummy, Vizier mummies by the way, are really doing work. Locust Swarm is gonna go through these villagers. In fact, Chemo is gonna walk his villagers back into the Locust Swarm for all of them to die. Bet that's not what he wanted. Son of Osiris doing divine damage to this, but getting shot back at by the town center. He doesn't have very high stats because he doesn't have armory upgrades right now. That would really help him resist these arrows. I think Avery's gonna lose his Son of Osiris. Oh no. Sure, the town center is gonna go down to all of this, but come on, man. That was Son of Osiris. Daddy's not gonna be happy about that. More mummies. It's the way. Keep going. Keep going. Gold mine's about to expire, which means that Avely will have to go for the next one. And you know what? All these little attacks really equalize the situation a little bit. Avely is now ahead in military. He's got a ridiculous number of mummies. And it seems to me that Chemo's villager advantage is not that great anymore. Especially if he loses another group here. If the mummies were to find this villager group, I think they're toast. Oh my god, there's a gap! There's a gap! The mummies could go through. This is Avely's time to strike. If he kills all these villagers, we're even. That's all he's gonna do. Oh my god, I think the camels can totally block their escape as well, and the mummies will convert them all. Oh boy. They can't run. They can't hide. Here come the mummies. They're all cursed. Oh my god. An entire gold mine's worth of villagers destroyed by Avery just now. There are 11 minions from this. And the next army is totally manageable too, by the way. And if Avery can afford some additional monuments, that would be huge. Dude, Chemo is in such an advantage, but I gotta be a little biased towards the losing side, so we get a longer game. We haven't really gotten to cast late game before, so I think the time has come for that. By the way, 200 population for Chemo, just one more TC and he gets the even maximum. That would be 220 population. Still on heavy camels. Still doesn't have armory upgrades either. What about the economy? It looks like Chemo has gotten all the economic upgrades. Except the final wood thing. Oh my god, the replay is potentially glitching out now. My game is crashing, I think, guys. This is unfortunate. Oh no. Oh, we're saved. We're saved. It's fine. But the game almost just crashed. It definitely hung for a second there. Do something with the mummies, Avery. It's so good. Dude, if he was a little bit more active with those. Imagine what could be done. Imagine. I'm imagining so hard right now. I hope you guys are too. Would be nice to re-garrison those relics. I like the cavalry raids, but I think it's the mummy raids. That's where it's at. Chemo has some very spread out villagers mining the gold. He's getting the third town center finally, but this might actually be caught by Avery. Champion camels are in for Chemo. But you know what? Camels' set is kind of weird. I would have liked to see spearmen. Especially when you go Horus, you get the Horus spears. They are gonna get a plus 1x multiplier. So that's gonna make them do 2.75x against Cav once you get the upgrade. That's bonkers, man. That's what Chemo needs. And the mummies are absolutely going to town against the straight group. This is what I was talking about. Keep those mummies alive, keep them healed, and keep engaging. And then you just kill all the units. It's so good. Camels are doing work though. Dude, those Avengers are insane. I just killed 2 camels without any issue. Really sacrificing a lot here. That cooldown is ridiculous. He just spun it. What the hell is going... Why do they need to spin so much? Wow. That's insane. Alright, we're still on just the 4 mummies with Avery. I wonder if he can afford some more. It's a matter of favor right now. Oh, the catapult! No! It almost got out, but just not enough. Alright, if... Oh, the villagers are stuck on each other. That's unfortunate for Avery. He really needs more gold, and soon. It's the one thing he doesn't have. If he had the gold, he could get a lot done. Matrius with the massive raid. Oh my god. Thanks so much, Matrius. I did manage to cast one of your games earlier. It's some pretty good stuff you did there. Hopefully more in the future, huh? Okay. The trash has been brought in too, I think. That's not good. Thankfully, I cast the game you won. That's true, that's true. Anyway. 4 mummies, guys. 4 mummies. You guys know what these do? Have you seen that many mummies used in a fight before? what they do is they curse enemies and then they turn stuff into minions when they die. It doesn't matter if it's the mummy killing them or not. They're just gonna do a lot of work. And every time a minion is generated, so if you can keep using them on cooldown, an enormous amount of work can be done by that, especially something easy to kill like chariots, villagers, whatever. I really want to see people use them on cooldown, ready to go for the next fight every time. We're gonna get a demonstration right now what happens when they're used on those camels. But I think Avely is just a little bit on the struggle bus. Economically, he's behind. Map control-wise, he's behind. 4-2 town centers in favor of Chemo. But Avely has been really good with the raids, so he's kind of hanging in there, you know? Chemo, however, is no slouch. He's slowly creeping up, pushing forward. He's got 45 TCs. He's got attack revealers everywhere, apparently. They're Migdol strongholds, last I checked. This Avenger has been protecting this gold mine his whole career, killing like 10, 12 cavalry so far. But all the villagers on his watch have died. It's not a very good track record. It's okay, I guess. Lots of wood available for Avely, so the mummy printing shall continue, it seems. Oh, the cavalry are actually countering the chariot archers now. They're counting as cavalry units, and this is a very one-sided battle. The chariot archers must be kept secure in the back of your formation or else. Here comes another fight, but here come the mummies. Oh, they're gonna get in the back. Spamming only camels is a great solution here for Avely to this situation. A bunch of curses are going through. That's gonna cause some damage over time. There's 4. That should have been 4. It's only 3 minions, however. Yeah, the mummies have AoE attacks as well, so it's huge. Absolutely ginormous. Catapults are going to be brought up, but Chemo is not going to succeed without serious building help. And you know what? A handful of priests, I think, mandatory at this point. He's got more catapults where that came from as well. Can Avely somehow recover from the situation? Chemo is on max villagers. He's starting his attack revealers in the corner, the markets. And that will be a little bit of caravan printing. I think he can afford more than that. 3 or 4 wouldn't be too unrealistic. You gotta keep in mind that caravans actually have lower returns in Retold than they did in the original game. So that's actually a pretty big deal. You should make a lot more of them, for sure. And you will be rewarded. So you have all this extra population. Oh my god, that's an army of minions right there coming right up. We have ancestors at home. Especially if you can combine this with Eclipse. But there's not enough favor for that. That would be a little bit expensive at 150. Not a priority right now, but this is what I meant. Keep fighting with those mummies. They're healthy. Keep going. Do it again. Oh, that's a great raid, however, for Chemo. Catches this all with the Scorpion Men and the Camel Riders. Tons of Camel Caravans are being made, but guess what? Avely's Camel Riders are just better. They have higher attacks thanks to the Ra bonus. And actually, it looks like these mummies are protecting the catapult. And if the other units come around as well, I think they can actually keep it alive. Although that Scorpion Man might survive the curse. It might not last long enough. I think this TC is actually in a little bit of trouble, especially as these extra minions come in. Can Avely actually succeed with this little push? If he does, he actually has a legitimate chance to make a comeback happen. And that one chariot keeping the army at bay, that's hilarious. We've got a bunch of mercenary cavalry coming in, but guess what? Cavalry deal with that. Although there's not many cavalry left. What's going on with that? There's a lot more of Chemo stuff where that came from. And finally, he remembered that priests are a thing. He's bringing them in. Should be able to deal with the mummies now. And put an end to Avely's tyranny on that front. But I don't think that catapult is safe anymore either. So yeah, this push is probably over. And I'm not really sure now that the priests are finally on the field. What can Avely really do? Chemo has too much control. He's got the caravans up and running. This is a small count still. And they're only returning a little bit. 83 gold per trip though is not terrible, especially if you get to empower that later down the line, once it's a bigger number. Ay, ay, ay. Lots of upgrades are coming in for Chemo as well. Iron weapons, that's a pretty big one. And remember, these chariots can't really hold against camels. Like, if they get on top, then they're toast. Granted, the chariots can scoot and shoot very nicely. You can cancel the loop animation part where they wind down after an attack. So you attack and then you move. You gain a little bit of animation time that you can spend on walking instead of just standing there. So micro is really good with them. But yeah, camels, they go in, they're faster, they get us around, and then the chariot archers are toast. Gotta be careful. Absolute villager massacre here on this front. I think Chemo's push is game-ending quality here. All he needs at this point is literally just pull a few villagers up, slap down a Mingo stronghold here. No, he's not gonna need it, as Avely does resign. So GG. Chemo did make it. Got his revenge. Gave Avely the chemotherapy right back, as has always been ordained. But good show from Avely nonetheless, especially with those mummies. Now this is gonna go on YouTube, so if you're there later watching this separately, then make sure to like and subscribe on Twitch. Please hit the follow button, and let's do more.